Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now Hall to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going to run again here with Pollard. Ooh, with a juke. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Here we go. Stop. Stop.
Now a give here to Pollard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
12. Stop.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
11 mighty. 11 Thomas. We got to go.
They'll run for it with Pollard, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
19, tight end. Nothing, 19.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
11 MT, take.
Burrow on play action. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
11 MT.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Here we go.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Pollard is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Hurts throw complete there to Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And out across midfield down to the 40.
Glenn out here looking like Lance face with tears of joy.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 98 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Pollard. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. You know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's Pollard again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
12, 12, 12.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, smash Bronco! Come 19! Come 19!
On third down, here's Hall. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Cowboy 80! 1918! Panther 11! Panther 11!
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean,
touchdown Bengals. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, break.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Now, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Okay,
the
ready?
New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at
Georgia Lands.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Thomas.
Stop. Run for Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking long for Thomas. He's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On one, ready?
Here's Pollard. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Open man right side is Shark. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Pollard, and only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DJ Chark from 8 yards out. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
And now here is another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Thomas will come in motion right.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Hurts throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 1.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Hurts going to keep it again.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. So that last kickoff just